Hi, today you've got me. I'm taking over from my dad because he's feeling a bit under the weather with COVID. So today we're reading from Jeremiah chapter 10. Hear what the Lord says to you, O house of Israel. This is what the Lord says. Do not learn the ways of the nations, or be terrified by the signs in the sky, for the nations are terrified by them. For the customs of the people are worthless. They cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it with his chisel. They adorn it with silver and gold. They fasten it with a hammer and nails so it will not totter. Like a scarecrow in a melon patch, their idols cannot speak. They must be carried because they cannot walk. Do not fear them, they can do no harm, nor can they do any good. No one is like you, O Lord. You are a great, and your name is mighty in power. Who should not revere you? O King of the nations, this is your due. Among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is no one like you. They are all senseless and foolish. They are taught by worthless wooden idols. Hammered silver is brought from Tarshish, and gold up from Uphaz. What the craftsman and goldsmith have made is then dressed in blue and purple, all made by silk workers. But the Lord is the true God. He is living God, the eternal King. When he is angry, the earth trembles. The nations cannot endure his wrath. Tell them this, these gods, who did not make the heavens and the earth, will perish from the earth and from under the heavens. But God made the earth his power. He founded the world by his wisdom and stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he thunders, the waters in heavens roar. He makes clouds rise from the ends of the earth. He sends lightning with rain and brings out the wind of his storehouse. Everyone is senseless and without knowledge. Every goldsmith is shamed by his idols. His images are fraud. They have no breath in them. They are worthless, the objects of mockery. When their judgment comes, they will perish. He who is the portion of Jacob is not like these, for he is the maker of all things, including Israel, the tribe of his inheritance. The Lord Almighty is his name. Gather up your belongings to leave the land, you who live under siege. For this is what the Lord says. All this time I will hurl out those who live in this land. I will bring distress on them, so that they may be captured. Woe to me because of my injury. My wound is incurable. Yet I said to myself, this is my sickness, and I must endure it. My tent is destroyed, all its ropes are snapped. My sons are gone from me and are no more. No one is left now to pitch my tent, or to set up my shelter. The shepherds are senseless, and do not inquire of the Lord, so they do not prosper, and all their flocks is scattered. Listen, the report is coming, a great commotion from the land of north. It will make towns of Judah desolate, and haunt of jackals. I know, O Lord, that a man's life is not his own. It is not for man to direct his step. Correct me, Lord, only with justice, not in your anger, lest you reduce me to nothing. Pour out your wrath on the nations that do not acknowledge you, on the people who do not call on your name, for they have devoured Jacob, they have devoured him completely and destroyed his homeland.